First, before I start this video, I want to thank Mannix The Pirate for inspiring me to do this video. Because in his most recent video, Stephen Crowder and Gays, he posits the question, why is gay marriage still illegal in the United States? And that video got me thinking about the history of the United States and its relationship with its gay citizens. So let's rewind the clock about 50 years and go back to when being homosexual was considered a mental illness, and when people were being thrown in jail for being gay, thrown into mental asylums with people who are knitting things that aren't there, and people who are talking to themselves, and they're getting thrown in with them and being treated as if they were non-fucking humans, in which that's pretty much how everybody thought back in the good old 50s. If you didn't fuck a girl, you were odd and you needed to be fucking thrown into an insane asylum because you're out of your fucking mind. And that is just completely fucking wrong, and the 50s should be looked down upon as a dark time in human history, because that's when the homosexuals were seen as really wrong and should be put away. Things began to change in the 60s with the sexual revolution. But, I mean, they didn't get all that better. I don't remember when exactly homosexuality was taken down as not a mental institution from the DSM-4. The Catalog of Mental Illness. I'm not sure when it was taken out of that manual, but I think it was more recently than back then. And I mean, let's look at the 80s, when the gay community was seen as being the propagator of the AIDS virus, and all of the hate that was stirred up then against the homosexual community, and how they were treated, and people with AIDS were treated as pariahs, and people were being decried and being cast upon with violence and disparaging remarks. And I think the best movie that illustrates that kind of thing is Philadelphia, which stars Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks. And I think that illustrates that time period really well, and the stigma of having AIDS and the kind of shit that would go on. But let's fast forward to the present. 2009, gay couples cannot get a civil marriage, cannot have the same rights as civil marriage, and marriage has had this connotation that men and women, and you have to get it by the state and all this stupid shit. And it's a religious institution and all that shit. And being a civil union, a civil marriage, and a religious ceremony are two completely separate things. And I really do feel that gay marriage should be allowed in every state, everywhere. I think my state's stepping forward by having civil unions, but not the complete full rights of married couples. And of course, Prop 8. And once again, there's this resurgence of gay hate. And I don't get it, because, I mean, I'm not gay, but I'm not gonna go beat someone down because they're fucking gay. I don't get why people hate gay people so much. Is that because it's in the fucking Bible and an invisible man told them to fucking hate gays? Or is it because of an ew factor that people have in their own fucking brains? That, ooh, two guys are kissing, I don't like that. They must be not allowed to do that. Fuck you people. Fuck you in the ass with a big rubber dick. And there's all these misconceptions about gay people and gay couples having children and them raising their kids to be gay. And honestly, if I had to choose between having, I think I covered this in a previous video, if I had to deal with a divorced couple, man and woman, I'd rather have, besides them, I would rather have a male on male or female on female couple as my parents than a very, very tenuous divorce family. Just my thoughts. Now, whether or not this matters to you, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who actually want to know a little bit about the history of their country that they love. And I just find it ironic that the people who are really patriotic about the country are the ones who show the most intolerance to the different groups of the world. If you're not Christian, if you're not this, if you're not that, you gotta fucking stop doing what you're doing. This country was founded upon religious and religious freedoms and all these other freedoms that we have, and yet all these things are being looked down upon. If you're not religious, if you're atheist, if you're agnostic, you're being looked down upon by the righteous Americans. If you're gay, you're being looked down upon by the really uptight Christian motherfuckers, which I find hilarious because the most people who are saying I hate gays are the people who are actually fucking in private in their closet with another male. Ted Haggard, fucking people, come on. But I digress from the point. The point is that this country has had a long storied history with its homosexual citizens, and most of it has not been good. But let's change that. Let's make gay marriage legal, and I don't see why it was illegal in the first place. But I'm Resonator Zen. If you have a problem with gay people, fuck off. Go make your own little country in the fucking sea, because that's the only way you're gonna have that. So, peace, love, harmony, and I take a small bow, and I love all of you. Peace out.